that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. I am Dylan Blank. Joining me, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, how are we going this week?
I am livid.
Livid?
Absolutely livid. Have you seen the amount of people complaining about that state of play thing? I've had it up to here, Ash. Had it up to here.
No, I thought everybody just stopped talking about it after the event happened.
No, because I went on the PlayStation Reddit and it was a bad decision.
Well, yeah, well, you're inflicting your own pain, to be honest.
Oh, well, you know, I followed a news article there where it had a link and then I began clicking around and I was like, can we just shut the fuck up? Just, stop, right?
Yep.
Everyone complaining about this fucking state of play. Although there was also a follow-up story I didn't include because it's not worth like talking about much. But there was a funny tidbit where Nintendo Direct started trending last week after the state of play happened, which was also quite funny. I'm like, okay. And then it was like a funny little coincidence that started, and it was similar to how the week before when people asking everyone to like tweet their favorite games or the anniversary of Breath of the Wild was out, and then it began trending because so many people were
talking about it,
tweeting about it. Yeah. All right, let's start today's episode with PlayStation Plus games for April have been announced. They will be out by the time you're listening to this, I think. Yes,
maybe
dates. Yeah, they should be. If not, very soon. Just refresh your store. Get excited. Get very excited. So the two games that you get this month, because of course, remember there are no Vita or PS3 titles anymore. What's The Surge and Conan Exiles.
Yep.
It's very lackluster when we only have to. It's not very exciting when we only have two games to read.
No, it isn't.
I mean? There's only like two. That's it. There's no like 14 million PS3 games and whatever the hell else happening. So The Surge is basically a Dark Soul or Soulsborne. Well, I don't want to say rip off because that sounds like it's.
It sounds like it's a hardcore genre game.
Yeah, it's very much inspired by the Soulsborne games, and like that's what it is. So yeah. I'm gonna stick that in the not for Ash pile, and also the reviews it got weren't exactly great. So, and I don't really care for it either.
I don't know. It looked like it got good to average reviews, so it seems fine.
Maybe the response was just from the Soulsborne.
Probably.
Yeah. They're like, nah, fuck this shit. Don't want to get out of here. And the other one, Conan Exiles, is the one that came out a year ago?
Yep, with the
giant
scaling penises. Yep.
Yeah.
Customizable penises, that was the thing.
That is the one thing that everyone remembers about this the game, even if you haven't played it. It's the game with the giant ding-dongs, everyone. It came out May 8th, 2018 there. It's a single player / multiplayer thing. Like there's levels of co-op and stuff to it. Other than that, I don't
like a survival
actually know too much about it. So yeah, some sort of stuff to it. And then you have these giant boss battles where you have to take down the gods or whatever they are, I guess, and stuff like that. Do you care for either?
Not really.
No. Me neither, really. It's rather lackluster month.
It is.
I'll say.
Should we be concerned?
Like, well, they're just like we're gonna have at least 2 shit months a year. Here's one. You got Days Gone this month though, so shut the fuck up and play that. And
but you don't need PS Plus for that.
That's true. So everyone, should have cancelled your PS Plus.
But Apex, I don't know. It just it feels like it's becoming less value for money.
Yeah,
well, and I think a lot of people will be more upset this month than they were last month.
Well, last month was pretty good because you got Call of Duty. Like that alone was kind of like, okay,
yeah,
Call of Duty, cool. There you go. What was the other thing? The Witness. So I mean, to a lot of people, The Witness.
2 critically acclaimed games. Yeah, quality games.
So, and this month, The Surge.
Yeah,
Conan Exiles. If I was going to try out one of them, it would probably be Conan, I guess. Don't know if I will, but it exists. But yeah, I'd say this is definitely the worst month we've had in some time. And it's even worse because
it's just
there's
magnified because
only the
there's
PS4 games.
only 2.
There's no like saving grace of, but there's a really good Vita game here or something.
Yeah.
You know, at least it levels out somewhere. Or it doesn't even level out because you're like, well, at least there's 4 other games here or something. They should have chucked in like, I don't know, maybe a VR game this month or something. I don't even know. Just seems very like, there's only 2 games. They both aren't super exciting, but anyway, there's your PS Plus games. I hope y'all enjoy them. So we got Drawn to Death officially closed down last week. Drawn to Death, a game that came.
Yep.
And existed.
It did.
I don't really know how else to describe it. If you don't know what Drawn to Death was, it was released back on April 4th, 2017. We covered it on this show, actually, because me and Nick did jump in and play for an hour or something like that. Played a couple matches, I remember, and we talked about it on one of the very, very early episodes of this show, which makes this show sound so much older. When I'm like, this game released April 4th, 2017. We were recording this show April 4th, 2017. Good lord. So it was from David Jaffe's studio that he put out. It was a multiplayer like team deathmatch game. I think it had some of the modes. Thing. Had a bunch of like cool. One thing I'll say about it, it had a really, really cool and unique art style.
Yep, that was the only unique thing about it.
Yep. And then when it came to gameplay, it completely just mediocre.
Yep.
Nothing exciting. It was buggy in launch. In fact, it was not even that many people playing on launch, so I'm surprised the servers even lasted this long.
Well, it was free to play, wasn't it?
For a time, I think, and then it was went to money, I think, something like that. Can't really see it here, but like for I just see IGN awarded Drawn to Death a score of 4 out of 10, saying Drawn to Death is mean-spirited, misguided mess that falls short mechanically and wants you to feel bad about yourself. Oh. Jesus Lord. So yeah, it's there were some cool abilities and stuff, I suppose, but it was very reminiscent of old like what do you call them, like arena shooters, I guess. It was like somewhat an arena shooter, because
it was sort of a hero-based arena shooter. Yeah,
but it really did nothing unique apart from the art style and the characters. And then what it was doing, it wasn't even doing a good job of it, you know? So, and it was really weird because they kept promoting this game for a while. Like I remember at, conventions and stuff, people would be covering the conventions over there and they'd be showing this game often. A lot of times, I think because people would only play it for like a match or something and come away going, yeah, like that game's got potential. But then when it dropped, everyone was just like, oh, I thought it would be more. Yeah. I thought it would be more than this. So yeah, the servers for Drawn to Death did shut down on March 25th, 2019. Rest in peace.
RIP.
To that. I have no idea what David Jaffe is doing next, or if he even cares to do anything next.
Yeah, I don't know. His studio closed down last year, so after their other game that they're working on got cancelled, so seems to be...
He's just a YouTuber now.
I guess.
But that's all he does, right?
I don't know.
I think he just makes like YouTube videos, like talking about stuff. And
I mean, he could.
whatever.
He could probably just go around doing like talks and stuff. He's a pretty big game dev with a big history, so
just what?
Live off those God of War royalties, I assume. He's got to have some sort of deal. I was going to say, if you
wanted to actually make a comeback, just make a fucking Twisted Metal for PS5.
Yeah.
There's your comeback. And he could be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm sick of that. But I'm like, that's actually a franchise that you could very easily bring back on the next generation. It's been, and people would be down. People love Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
The last one was on PS3. It's been ages. Talking about games shutting down, this past week, another game got announced to be shutting down quite soon, which is both Driveclub and Driveclub VR. So on Sony's, I don't know what you call this page, decommissioned servers page, it says PS4/PSVR, Driveclub VR, and Driveclub bikes. I don't know why they list bikes separately, because I always thought like bikes is just DLC for Driveclub. But anyway, online service for Driveclub VR, Driveclub bikes will be shut down on the 31st of March 2020 at 23:59 BST, whatever that means, in times to us. I presume it would be. You'd think they'd just shut them down. No, I don't know. All online features, including online multiplayer modes, will cease on that date. You'll still be able to play and enjoy these games in single-player modes only. However, the game will have significant amounts of online play. So from March 31st, 2020, functionally will be affected in the following way. You'll not be able to use your season pass online, represent your club online, play online multiplayer, and complete challenges, create your own events, complete in leaderboards, or share stats of the player progress. You will be able to use your season pass on all single player and offline modes, continue to play old game, DC, Driveclub, blah, 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 and all the DLC single player functionally in offline mode, earn trophies in single player/offline mode. Dun, dun, dun. And then it also says that the PlayStation itself will cease selling Driveclub games, all DLC and season passes related to those games from the 31st of August 2019. Yep. Driveclub has had a history, a very interesting history that's now coming to a kind of end. It's I find it interesting because it launched terribly, right? It had a lot of drama when it launched. It had many issues. It got delayed quite a lot.
Well, the big thing is they promised it to be on PS Plus for free, right? That was the...
it was. Yeah. And then they released a PS Plus mode. That wasn't the full game, though.
Which is fine. It's just everybody's expectations were so...
You could still... But the thing is...
Huge.
I downloaded that, right?
Yeah.
It gave you access to only a certain amount of tracks and cars, etc. You know, the stuff that makes sense for what you'd consider like a PS Plus mode. I got 90% of the trophies needed for the platinum by playing that free thing. I was then enjoying the game so much that I decided to buy I saw that it was on sale for like $20 and I just upgraded.
Yeah.
You know? But you could platinum the game with the free version. It was just very grindy and repetitive because you kind of had to do these same several tracks over and over compared to having, of course, more options and stuff. But it was possible.
Yeah. So they're delivered.
Yeah. I mean, you can get if you get a platinum, it's a full game, technically.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? But so that came out October 2014, so has been around a while. And of course, they released a whole bunch of DLC, and the bike stuff was good, and some of the other stuff I brought a couple other random DLCs as well and played some of the tracks of them. And they were all good and stuff. I didn't like Driveclub VR. I thought that was crap. I traded that back in pretty fast after getting it. I found it just... I mean, that was early VR as well, but it didn't work for me at all. I found it... I was really struggling with the motion in that, especially early days. I don't know if I'd be better these days, but at the time I was like, no, this isn't for me. But then I remember when I did Dirt VR, I was like, yes, this is this is exactly what I want. Thank you very much. So the Metacritic only sits at a 71. So by the time it all got reviewed and stuff like that, it's not like it did terribly, you know. And then I think it sold pretty well as well, to the point that, of course, it ended up it's on the PlayStation, what do they call it, Classics, All-Stars, you know, the ones they've got that cost $25 now. I can't remember what they call them. PlayStation All-Stars, no, that's the game. PlayStation Classics, whatever it is, the you know, like the version of the PS2 silver case boxes or whatever, the high-selling hits. Is that what they call it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're on the PlayStation Store, physical somewhere, I guess, as well. I don't know. But yeah, the $25 ones. Because I saw it even last night when I was looking on the PlayStation Store. It was just so awkward. Because I did the notes for this show last night. And now I'm looking on the PlayStation Store, and I see that Driveclub's still listed there in that section. I'm like, oh, this is a bit weird. Like, I kind of feel like it kind of puts you in a weird position, I feel, to announce that you're going to be cancelling a game. I suppose you want to leave it open for a while in case people still want to buy it for single-player reasons. But then at the same time, it is weird to be like, hey, this is getting cancelled, open up PlayStation Store, see Driveclub there for sale still. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really win because you're going to piss off.
I mean,
someone's
as long
gonna
as
find
you
it weird.
keep people informed, I mean, people can make their own choices if they want to buy it or not.
But this is a very obscure. This wasn't exactly flashing all over PlayStation's Twitter, you know?
If you look at the description on the PlayStation Store, it says online service for Driveclub, Driveclub VR, and Driveclub bikes will shut down on the 31st of March, 2020. So
I actually say that's not good enough because I don't reckon enough people would read that.
You don't think they'd look at the description of the thing they're buying?
No. I have zero faith. What it needs is when you click on it, a pop-up, like giant window.
I mean, if you're dumb enough to buy something without looking to see what it is, that's on you. And we shouldn't feel bad for you only getting 6 to 8 months to spend playing this game online. What a terrible, terrible fate.
Well, in my mind, it's like if you're buying something off the PlayStation Store, you're not looking to see if it's going to get cancelled soon in the description. That seems like a very weird, like, oh, before I buy this, I better check to see if the servers are still going to be running anytime soon in the future. What a world we live in where that's something you have to remember to.
I mean, you can still technically play the game. It's just not, just one part of the game is turned off.
You won't be able to platinum it anymore. No point getting it.
I guess. Yeah, that's a good point.
If you're looking to get that Driveclub Platinum, pick it up now. You got a couple multiplayer trophies to do. There's one where you have to get someone to join your club or something like that from memory. Just boot up that second PSN account you've got there on your profile, and you can do that yourself. That's exactly what I did. Driveclub, it's a game, and rest in peace. Well, actually, no, it's still alive for a while. Pre-mortem, this is a little bit.
Yeah, it's still
ending soon.
A year almost before it's over.
Yeah. They're gonna stop selling it in August, though. So
yeah. So
what happens in EB Games then, and places like that? Do they just chuck them all into the?
I assume they just heavily discounted. I don't think they've got any new copies.
But don't they have the PlayStation hits as physical editions?
I guess.
So then they would have new copies of Driveclub.
Maybe like one or two
from that. Yeah.
And that's their problem.
I guess.
I guess they
find out what happens.
I don't know what the policy is on returns for unsold video games. I mean,
never
through the publisher. Yeah.
They just stick a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Online
just
doesn't work
heavily
anymore.
discounted.
Yeah, I guess. Also in this announcement, another game's ending. Not really one that's big, but Starblood Arena is coming multiplayer. Online features for Starblood Arena will be terminated and no longer be available on the 25th of July 2019. As you have to be online to play this title, the game will not be playable from this date. That was a kind of early PSVR game. Don't think it wasn't launched, but it was like early from memory. I never played it, but it was like a, as it sounds, obviously, Starblood Arena, shooty, bang bang things, going down. But this is this is the kind of thing that is exactly why I thought making a multiplayer only VR game early or like launch kind of period was bad, because there wasn't the audience for it yet. That's why I always found it so weird. It's a bit different now. A couple of years in, more people have VR. More people are open to experiences and stuff. And
you can play. There's people you can play Firewall with.
Yeah, exactly. But launch or launch-ish area, no, that just seemed looking for trouble to me. That seemed like the wrong.
So what you're saying is,
time.
when the PS5 launches, there should definitely not be an online multiplayer shooter. because there'll be nobody
Oh,
to play
that's
it.
different because a bunch of people will buy the fucking PS5, won't they? That's completely different. And in fact, I'd say it's different even if they launch PSVR 2, because there'll be a whole bunch of people like myself who obviously will upgrade day one to the new version. But I just thought new tech, new hardware, first version of it. You're trying to get people into understanding what VR even is and stuff, and you're going to make an entire game that's only multiplayer? No, I don't think that was going to go well. So rest in peace, Starblood Arena. I actually think it was a PS Plus game at some point. Or was one of the VR ones they gave away, maybe.
I think so.
I think it was. Maybe I should jump on and play around and spread its ashes as I float around the Starblood Arena. I think it was. I feel like I own it, but I didn't buy it, so
yeah. I don't know how to check because it's not on the store obviously now.
Is it gone already off the store?
Yeah. Well, it was announced like 6 months ago or something. Obviously, they gave people, or in January. Obviously, they pulled it from the store because once servers are gone, can't play it anymore. So there is absolutely no playability. So
maybe I'll try and look it up later somehow. I have to scroll through all my fucking games on my library, maybe, I suppose. Yeah. All right. So Sony has renewed a patent that involves digital game trading. And this is a thing I want to be a thing. So the story intrigued me. I didn't know that they originally filed one, but it was back in 2015. So obviously I wasn't paying as much attention to random shit like this as I am now. But so the story comes from Push Square. It says, what's all this then? A US patent that Sony first filed back in 2015 has been renewed and has already sparked a load of speculation across the web. Has it though? Has it? Are you just saying that? The patent's wording is rather technical, but the geist is that Sony has been investigating the possibility of digital game trading. Supposedly, this could even work with physical games, as the patent mentions generating a digital version of physical title. Yeah, it certainly sounds interesting. It then says, at a later date, the user is free to give away, sell, or trade the digital copy to another party in transaction with terms based on, for example, the determined value of the digital copy, the description reads. In other words, users would be free to move digital games onto friends or other players if they wish. If this has any kind of practical application, then it could be a huge selling point of the PlayStation Network in the future. The PSN has come a long, long way over the last couple of generations, and it currently makes Sony a crazy amount of money, blah, 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 blah. No concrete evidence, of course, and patents are quite often filed, as we say, every time, but nothing. That doesn't mean anything's going to come of them, but what do you think about the idea of the ability to sell, trade on your digital game collection?
It's interesting. It seems odd that they'd want to do something like that, given that pre-owned games is such a hard thing on studios and developers and that sort of thing. But obviously for the users, it's good. I mean, guess what works if you want to gift a game to somebody, you just buy it on your account and then you trade it over to their account. That would be pretty good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's good for us. I don't know how it would work out for devs and that sort of thing on their end. And then how many times can you trade something? Like, and how quickly?
Put a restriction of once.
Maybe
you can only do it after a year of a game's release or something.
Maybe, or like you can only trade it like once a week or something.
Or once every 3 months.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably not that user friendly.
Once a week is very. I was like, you're gonna put
otherwise you just like
once a week.
If you buy one copy and you and your mate want to play at the same time, when one person's not able to play, you just trade it over.
Trade it back and forth.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like with the right restrictions and stuff, it could be a thing that could work potentially and not be too big of a loss for developers and stuff, especially if it is like, oh, you can't do anything unless 6 months after the game's release, a year after the game's release, something like that. Because then at that point, you there's none of this stuff that you're talking about where, oh, it's a hot new release, we'll split the money to buy it, I'll trade it to you, You trade it back to me 3 days later. You trade it to me again when I'm off work. You know, like back forth. Because then it's like 6 months later, you can only trade then, and then you can only trade the game once every 3 months or something like that. I feel like with enough restrictions, then it is just down to, hey, it's your game, I guess. You can do something. It's something kind of giving you back, or giving the consumer a little bit back to their digital library.
A little bit more ownership, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit more ownership of your property, because we're always just like, you don't actually own the fucking thing. You basically just own a license to this game, and it could just get pulled, and whatever. That's the digital age we live in.
Go.
Yeah, the servers could just disappear. Who knows what else could happen? So yeah, I feel like if you had the option to trade it off, sell it off to your friend or something like that, then it does add that little bit more of ownership that people would be quite impressed with, I guess.
Yeah.
I like it though. I'd be down. 100% be down. See what happens though. All right, moving on. So, in Sony trying to throw one out while a bunch of Google news and whatever else was happening last week and all other things happening, they dropped a pretty sexy PlayStation trailer. Pretty sexy exclusives trailer. Although it doesn't have all of the exclusives in it. Did you watch it?
You got snubbed. No.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh my god. Let me down. All right, so it has Last of Us, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Days Gone.
Yeah.
All kind of all listed in it. What I find interesting, and it's a really cool trailer. Oh, Spider-Man as well. I can't remember if I said that. Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man. It's really cool. Edited together trailer, shows moments from all these games and stuff. Days Gone is obviously quite heavily featured a bit because,
it's coming.
It's coming out. It's coming out soon. You see a bit of Ghost of Tsushima. It's funny because I'm watching it and seeing all the Ghost of Tsushima stuff, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of want that now because I was getting into Sekiro, but then obviously dropped off Sekiro, but I still was getting into the. I need
my Ninja Shinobi fix.
Yeah, it was 100% that. I was like, I kind of was really enjoying playing the game, but then also not. But then I'm like, I want the ninja game now, please. So
yeah,
if anything, Sekiro made me want. That is a legit thing, actually, and I think I've seen other people online say similar things. Sekiro made me want Ghost of Tsushima more than I did before, because now I'm like, yeah, I want this, but I want to be able to finish it and not die a million times. So Ghost of Tsushima would be good. But yeah, I think one of the things that stands out to me is just the titles picked for it. I'm kind of intrigued by the titles picked for it. Because, of course, the trailer is this big promotion of, these games are they're all single player experiences and they're all PlayStation exclusive games. So where is Death Stranding is my question.
Well, I guess technically I was going to say it's not first party, but Spider-Man's not first party. I don't know, maybe it just didn't fit in with the tone, or, they asked Kojima Studios for the footage and they're like, was slacking off, and then they left at the last minute and they just the file didn't come through.
I don't know how I feel about that. But it's funny you say that, because then I'm like, oh, there was a news story. I decided.
Technically, it's not. It's only console exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's going on PC as well.
No, I don't think that was confirmed. That was definitely something that I think he kind of chucked out at some point, but I don't know if that was ever actually confirmed to be a thing or not. But that's kind of what I was, it's like you see Death Stranding's not included in this, when I feel like Sony previously had always been quite heavy on making sure to promote that game whenever they could in these types of videos. And then at the end it's like, only on PlayStation, you didn't include Death Stranding. Does this confirm that Death Stranding is indeed coming to PC then? Is this the thing? Is this trailer giving away information? Kojima,
Maybe.
Help us? It's like, because it's talking about Death Stranding also. There was another story that I can't remember who tweeted that. Someone from the studio that's working with Kojima said that Kojima every day, basically, at the moment, is playing the game, apparently. Like, they're in which everyone's like, oh, that must be end stage of development. I'm like, because the keywords that was used in the tweet was like, important phase of development, or something like that, where Kojima's playing the game every day with a DualShock in hand and making sure everything's where it wants to be and it's running properly and these sort of things. So everyone's kind of just like jumping to, oh, it must be close to being done, and I'm like, but is it though? Like, there could still be a shit ton of bug fixing, and they could have decided, oh, we'll just finish up the first half first, and I'll just play through the first half. Then we'll leave it going. But no Death Stranding in the trailer, which I find quite odd. It's also interesting that they chose to include something like Horizon, which is old now, obviously, like not a new title. But then they don't include Bloodborne.
Yeah,
picky and choosy.
Well, Bloodborne's much older. Horizon's like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, at certain stage, it's like,
I think it's a tonal thing. It's a lot of single player story based games of a certain art style that all look kind of similar-ish.
So like got real human, like real life based kind of graphics. I guess. Like they're trying to look real to a point. To a point, if you get away from the mechanical dinosaur things and whatever else is happening here,
that's anything.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow that one. It was more the Death Stranding thing where I'm like, I don't know, this seems a bit weird that Death Stranding's missing from this, but anyway, it's a cool trailer, so just checking it out. It's called Only on PlayStation. It dropped on March 29th. Cool trailer. Get you excited for some games. Get you excited for Days Gone. Out this month. We're officially in April. Officially in April. So it is out this month. Our first big PlayStation game for the year, I guess. Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple of things that come out that are exclusive, but yeah. First big proper first party, or not first party, but exclusive.
It is first party
game. Is it?
Yeah.
Are they first?
It's Bend. They're owned by Sony.
I thought they were second party.
No.
Oh my god. There you go.
Number one PlayStation show in the
Oceanias. We live in a hole over here. I don't know what's going on with Bend. Fucking... Oh, they make bloody PSP games. What am I supposed to know about Bend?
Terrible.
I'm sorry, Bend. I love you. If you recall back on Dash Culture PAX, I said you were my favorite studio.
Yep. You just didn't know that they're required by Sony Computer Entertainment in 2000. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Jeez, that must have been early. Jesus, there you go. I thought that was second party. Oh, that's good to know. All right, moving on. Bend around the corner. So, Dreams Early Access. We finally have a release date. It's only right around the corner. Dreams Early Access will be dropping April 16th. So, the Creator Early Access will give you access to a bunch of features, but not everything is included in the full game. Notably, it'll be missing the story mode and PSVR functions. You'll be able to create games, though, go through interactive tutorials, as well as being able to play other creators' stuff. And, well, it's basically, for what I can gather, a little bit more than the beta. Like, they've got some more tutorials and these sorts of things added in. Now, they release a trailer, and they kind of work through and announce, like, what you're going to be able to play in it and these sorts of things. And they make sure to... say limited spaces available, make it sound like super, super limited. But then on the PS blog post about it, they said, like, it is limited, but it's not like super small. Like, if you get in, you should be okay, but it is going to have a stopping point eventually.
Yeah, it's more like, don't wait on this.
Yeah, it's like, don't wait, expect to be able to jump in a week after or several days after. But
or like
if you're
right
there,
before the beta ends.
or yeah, something like that, yeah. So but we've got a date. I've chucked my name into the website thing where you can...
For notifications.
Yeah. You put in your PSN ID, and I'm hoping that, unlike the Elder Scrolls Blades thing, it actually does something. Which was, hey, at E3, do you want to sign up to get into Elder Scrolls Blades? Yeah, sure. Here's my email address. Let's go. Game comes out. Nah, you can sit in queues like everyone else who didn't even fucking bother.
1.1% of people who downloaded it first.
Yeah, let's fucking get out of here with your bullshit. So Dreams Early Access is going to cost $29.99 Australian. What do you feel about the price point? Because let's remember another thing. $29.99 is your full game.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what the full price of this game will be upon like retail. I would presume it would be like a $60 game or something along those lines. You know what I mean? But $30 get in now, and then when the full game releases, get upgraded to the full release. That's probably the reason, more so than people actually wanting to get in early, that people would potentially try to buy this early, just to get the cheaper price, I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a great price. I mean, it's going to bring people in. It's a bargain for a game that's going to give you infinite games. Yeah,
that's true. That's very, very true. $30 is very, very true to be part of the
future
1 million and fucking games that are gonna eventually come out of Dreams for sure. So I will pick it up. I find it weird to say I will, because I'm like, obviously there's still a chance that
we've already set up a segment.
People.
We need to.
We need it. We can't not be able to talk about it. But I'm getting excited to try it out. Obviously not really build stuff. I say that, but of course I'll attempt to play for like I'll dabble for like an hour or something, and then be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how anyone does anything in this. It's way too complicated. This isn't for me. This is like Legos, you know, because I like Legos, right?
Yeah.
But I like Legos with the instructions.
Yes.
That says how to do it. And then you do it, and then at the end you've got a finished product, and you're like, cool, good job. I don't like Legos when it's like, here's a box of random blocks. Yeah, in a box. What do I do with them? You do whatever you want, Dylan. No.
All your inner child creativity is gone.
little 5-year-old Dylan is just like, nah, mum, right. You better give me some instructions of what I'm supposed to do with this stuff, or you can get the hell out of here with this, because I'm not doing this at all. This is not a thing that's going to happen. So that's exactly how I feel about Dreams. I need the instructions. I don't need instructions, but maybe that's why I'll do all the tutorials, because they'll have instructions.
Yeah. Well, if they don't make tutorials, I'm sure somebody else will make tutorials for you.
What? There's going to be tutorials.
There'll be a game inside the game that's a tutorial game. So we'll make a tutorial game for Dreams. Oh my
God, you're going full Inception. It's way too much for me right now. But Dreams early access, creator early access, to get the name right.
Finally
coming out April 16th. If you're intrigued, go to the. I'll try to remember to put the link down below. If not, just Google for it. But there is a page where you put your PSN ID in, and then you're kind of good to go. All right, there's 2 games for hashtag every trophy counts this week to quickly go over. Nothing super exciting. The first one, I just want to say that fucking Croc game that we talked about like 2 weeks ago is back on its bullshit. Absolutely back on its fucking bullshit. Worse so. More trolly. I'm scrolling through the trophy list that I popped recently. I see Croc World 2. I'm like, are you fucking...
They just pump them out.
Are you fucking kidding me with this shit now? Stop fucking... And even... This is on psnprofiles.com. The first forum topic, or the only forum topic for this thing, says, Croc is back for a sequel. Oh my fucking God. So the trophies, much like the first game, there's only 3 gold, 1 bronze, but it's just like finish all the levels in World 1, 2, 3, Finish the level 3 stars.
That is some bullshit. 4 trophies for a game?
4 trophies for a game that is trolling me because it appears in my fucking feed and gets me excited because it sits there with its text that looks like Croc's.
It looks nothing like Croc.
The font looks like Croc's font, as I'm going to say.
No.
It kind of looks like Croc's font. And when I'm scrolling through my trophy list and I see Croc's World, I get excited for just a split second. Just a split second that Legend of the Gobos was about to hit the PlayStation Store as a random thing. You know, I remember a random thing. The other week before State of Play happened, I was like, oh, fuck, I got to try and be smart about this. Let me go look on PSN profiles, like the night before it was going to happen, and let me see if any, lists have popped up for potentially stuff that could have got announced and, dropped. Because I'm looking through. And if I had have seen Croc's World 2 the night I was looking, for no joke, I would guarantee for at least a second I would have been like, oh shit, then the Legend of Gobos remake. And then I would have been like, no, it's just fucking this bullshit Croc game back on its bullshit again. Get out of here. Fucking
you need to play it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like since I've talked about it twice now, I probably need to find out
how much is it.
An easy,
Let's have a look.
How much is it? Fucking bullshit. It's probably like 200 fucking levels, and what I assume is a very easy play. Not even a play.
No, I suspect it's like 5 levels, 1 level.
Yeah, 1 level per one. Finish World 1. How many levels are there in World 1?
1.
Just 1. Is that even a thing?
$8.95 for the original.
Oh, fuck off. That is not a thing. Yeah. You got
there is a run version?
Oh my god. There's a whole subculture of weird...
You can try a free demo.
Maybe I'll do the free demo and I'll make a let's play of it. How about that?
Yeah. I don't see the difference between run and...
There's some
Croc's
hashtag
World.
content for you. Okay, see, there's an interesting trophy list up, and it has one trophy that made me go, interesting title. It's called Bouncy Bullets. I believe it's a Ratakalika game, I think. I'm pretty sure. But, from the outset, Vita, I think it might become PS4 as well, but 1 platinum, 11 gold, 1 silver. Cool, I'm in. Bunch of trophies, bunch of gold. You see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these are just complete 15 levels, complete 20 levels, complete. Okay, cool. Sounds all good. Complete a level with 3 stars. Only 1 level. Got it. Be careful with the hostages. Accidentally kill a grey character. Okay, cool. Great shot. Kill a purple or yellow enemy. No problem. Don't give up. Die for the first time. No problem. It was him or you. Kill a black enemy. What? Excuse me?
Oh, damn.
Now, I'm sure I'm taking it too far.
Well, I think that's exactly the direction they were going for.
You're scrolling down a trophy list. You see an image of a black. I don't know what the characters in this game are supposed to be. They're
I don't know. They look like those inflatable peoples.
Yeah, they do. They look like those inflatable, like flappy fucking things that like stand outside stores, flapping around and stuff. That's exactly what they look like. So you scroll down, you see one of those. It is indeed black, but then you read the text, "Kill a black enemy," and you're like, okay. I was like, well, if I'm already bringing up that fucking Croc bullshit trophy list, I might as well include this one that made me go, interesting. As I was looking through trophies this week, that's an interesting one to have, and that's an easy platinum. I'm hoping and assuming. Bouncy Bullets, everyone. Okay, thank you for joining us on the show this week. That is it. You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, VIVALADIL. Where can people follow you, Ash?
You can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, SHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
It is indeed. Don't forget to rate the show on Apple Podcasts if you can. If you can't, bit of word of mouth. Or put an episode of it on a USB in a random person's mailbox. You can join our Discord over at explosionnetwork.com/Discord. And this is, of course, a product of the Explosion Network, of which you can find many more shows, articles, news, reviews at explosionnetwork.com. Don't forget to follow the Explosion Network on Twitter at ExplosionPod. Follow this show on Twitter at Plat Podcast. There are a million and one different Twitters at the end of every episode. I've only just kind of realized how many different variations there is. Until next week, don't fuck with me, Croc. Don't. Catch up on the latest TV, online media, and movie news from the biggest comic book films to the biggest YouTube crazes to our local cinema scene, and then hear what we've been watching before asking the age-old question, what do you want to watch? Available on all podcast services every second Friday. Just search your podcast app for What Do You Want to Watch and subscribe for free now.
I've done a bit more research. It's a mobile game that's been ported. So look forward to another couple of months. Croc World 3.
Is that please don't tell me that
Croc World 3 is the thing.
Oh, fuck.
In the app logo, it looks like there's a bunny and a kangaroo. So maybe you'll be able to play as a kangaroo.
Oh,
yeah, it looks like you'll be able to play as a kangaroo. Croc World 3.
I'm so happy.
There's a Croc World construction kit app.
Oh my fucking
God, like,
please stop.
It's like Mario Maker. God.
Oh my God. I'm glad we can have Mario Maker on the PlayStation console soon.